In this clip, we'll be looking at voting and legislation in the Houses of Parliament. Now, we're here in one of the voting lobbies in the House of Commons. Now, in the Lords and the Commons, it's usually the Speaker or the Lord Speaker who assesses the will of the House and therefore which side has won. However, if the Speaker's decision is challenged by further shouts of aye or no, then the Speaker calls for a vote. Now, it doesn't matter if that division happened in either the Lords or the Commons, a division bell rings out across the entire parliamentary estate. And when that bell rings, members of the House of Commons have 8 minutes to get into their chosen division lobby. In both the Lords and the Commons, the division lobbies run along the sides of the main chamber. In the Lords, these lobbies are divided into content and not content, and in the Commons they're divided up into aye and no. Now, in the Commons, when the MPs leave the voting lobby, they file past one of 3 desks, depending where their name falls in the alphabet. And they give their name over to a clerk behind the desk who puts that down on a list, and that list becomes public record of how that MP has voted. It also goes on to be part of the official parliamentary report known as Hansard. And just beyond those desks are 2 doors which are left just slightly ajar so as only to allow one person through at a time. And as the MPs file through one by one, they're counted by 2 other MPs known as tellers who stand just beyond those doors. And at the end of the voting process, it's those tellers that go back into the chamber and, when requested by the Speaker, read out the final numbers. For example, ayes 279, noes 162.